Your dreams are seeds, sown in the quiet soil of your spirit, each one a whispered promise of a future only you can see. Your goals are roots, twisting through the earth, drawing life from a fire that burns deep within, a flame that refuses to dim, no matter the weight of the world above. This is your garden, a sacred space where your soul stretches toward the sun, reaching for heights that would daunt lesser hearts. But even in the most tended gardens, there are weeds, silent, creeping presences that steal the light and water meant for your growth. These are the leeches of your life, not marked by warning signs or bold declarations, but cloaked in the soft familiarity of a friend's voice, a colleague's nod, a family member's embrace. They do not come to nurture your blooming. They come to feed. These weeds do not add to your strength. They sap it. They do not lift your branches toward the sky. They anchor them to the ground. While you labor in the dawn's chill, wrestling with doubts and sculpting a vision others cannot yet grasp, they rest in the shade, questioning your toil, asking for fragments of your time. They admire the tree you are becoming, but they shy away from the labor of your roots, the unseen struggles that anchor your rise. They long for the fruit of your success, but recoil from the seasons of drought, the storms of failure, the lonely nights spent tending your inner fire. They want to bask in your light without enduring the heat that forged it. Their whispers drift through your leaves, soft as a breeze, subtle as morning mist. Why push so hard? Rest a while. Live a little. At first, it sounds like care, like wisdom born of concern. But listen closely, and you'll hear the truth beneath. A plea to stay small, to remain tethered to their own unplanted seeds. They do not want you to outgrow them, for your growth casts a shadow on their stillness, a mirror they dare not face. If you are not vigilant, their roots entwine with yours, sapping your energy, clouding your purpose. You may feel yourself wilting, hesitating at the edge of a decision, doubting the path you've chosen, wondering if your dreams are too vast, too heavy, too far from reach. Your energy is the sunlight of your life, the radiant force that feeds your growth. It is finite, precious, a sacred gift to be guarded with fierce devotion. Every moment spent tending to someone else's weeds, listening to their complaints, absorbing their doubts, or bending to their demands, is a moment stolen from your own blooming. These leeches are not mere annoyances. They are thieves, pulling you back to soil you fought to outgrow, dressing their envy in care, their stagnation in comfort. They call it connection, but true connection is a mutual rising, a shared journey toward the sun. What they offer is not partnership, but parasitism, a slow draining of the light that fuels your dreams. This journey is yours alone, a path through storms and droughts, through moments of blinding clarity and nights of quiet despair. It demands sacrifice, time, comfort, even relationships. Not everyone will understand. The leech seeks the harvest without the planting, the shade without the sowing. They are not your allies. They are anchors, feeding on your light while offering none in return. And here lies the hardest truth. You may not see their roots until you pull them free. Your next growth, your fullest bloom, often waits beyond a pruning you've feared to make, a goodbye you've held back, a boundary you've hesitated to draw. Guard your sunlight fiercely, for it is the force that carves paths through darkness, heals old wounds, and plants new seeds for generations yet to come. The leech does not honor this light. They dim it, slipping into your garden under the guise of support, mimicking your growth, promising care. But their promises are hollow, their presence a weight that bends your branches. They come in many forms, each with its own way of stealing your light, each a challenge to your resolve. To thrive, you must learn to recognize them, to understand their ways, and to prune them from your life with clarity and courage. Among the leeches, the manipulator is the most cunning, a vine that weaves itself around your trunk, promising to climb alongside you but seeking only to bind. They do not arrive with loud demands or open hostility. They glide into your garden like a gentle breeze, their words soft, their smiles warm. They study you, not to know your heart, but to map your weaknesses. They listen, not to connect, but to gather secrets, each one a thread they'll use to weave their trap. Their flattery is a tool, their support a strategy, their care a cage built so slowly you may not see the bars until they close around you. The manipulator feeds your ego to lower your guard, offering praise when you doubt yourself, comfort when you're weary. "You're doing so much," they say, their voice dripping with admiration. "I'm here for you." But every favor comes with a string, every compliment with a hook. They show up in your moments of weakness, when you're tired, when you're lonely, when you crave someone to see you, and they offer just enough to draw you in. But their support is not love. It is leverage, a calculated move to keep you close, to keep you pliable. They do not shout to control you, they whisper. They plant seeds of doubt so subtly you mistake them for your own thoughts. "Are you sure this is worth it?" they ask, their tone gentle, their eyes concerned. "Maybe you're pushing too hard." They turn your fears into their arguments, your successes into something to downplay, your struggles into something to amplify. If you succeed, they smile but diminish it. "That's great, but don't get too caught up." If you falter, they lean in, magnifying your pain. "See, I told you it's tough." Their goal is not to destroy you, but to steer you, to keep you within their reach, to ensure you never grow beyond their grasp. Confront them, and they twist the narrative. Suddenly, you're the problem, too intense, too ungrateful, too unwilling to listen. Their weapon is confusion, their armor charm. They build alliances behind your back, whispering to others, casting you as the one who's changed, the one who's lost their way. They share your secrets, not out of care, but to tighten their hold, to ensure you feel alone, dependent, tethered to their influence. You may find yourself apologizing, explaining, shrinking to avoid their disapproval, all while they offer less and less of themselves. This is not friendship. It is a power game, a slow erosion of your light disguised as concern. The manipulator's vines are strong, but they are not unbreakable. To free yourself, you must see their patterns. The way their presence clouds your judgment, the way you feel smaller after their words, the way they always seem to emerge as the victim, no matter the truth. Step back, observe, and refuse to engage. Guard your secrets, set boundaries, and reclaim your clarity. The cage only holds you if you stay. Prune their vines and let your light shine free. Then there is the complainer whose roots spread a fog of despair, dimming the sunlight that feeds your growth. They do not climb toward the sky. They cling to the earth, their voices heavy with blame, their hearts anchored in defeat. The world, they say, is against them. Success is a stroke of luck, hard work a myth peddled by the privileged. They do not fail, they are cheated. They do not lose, they are misunderstood. Their complaints are a chorus, endless and unchanging, a litany of reasons why nothing works, why nothing matters, why nothing ever will. This fog is not harmless. It is contagious, creeping into your mind, softening your resolve. Spend too long in their presence, and you may find your own thoughts shifting. Your "how can I grow?" becoming "why is it so hard?" They turn pain into identity, failure into a badge they wear with pride. They build communities around defeat, gatherings of those who share their grievances, and they invite you to join them, not to rise but to wallow. Their sadness is not born of life's hardships, but of their refusal to fight, their choice to let their seeds lie dormant in the soil. Your growth threatens them, for it is proof that the game is winnable, that suffering need not define you. You could be crawling toward your dreams, bloodied and breathless, every step a testament to your fire, and still they will mock your effort, not because they doubt you, but because your struggle exposes their excuses. They resent the light you carry, the clarity you seek, the heights you aim for. And so they try to draw you into their fog, offering comfort in your chaos, validation in your pain. But this comfort is not support. It is surrender, a plea to stay stuck with them, to trade your fire for their shadows. Their complaints are a weight, a fog that blurs your path, tempts you to slow, to doubt, to quit. They will say you've changed when you rise, call you arrogant when you refuse their pity. But you are not here to carry their despair. Your light is meant to burn through the fog, to clear the way for your own growth. To escape their roots, you must refuse their invitation. Do not engage their complaints. Do not validate their defeat. Step into your sunlight and let their fog fade behind you. The secret competitor is a shadow, standing beside you, smiling as they measure your branches against their own. They are not in the enemy's camp. They are closer, cloaked in camaraderie, their applause a mask for envy. They clap when you win but flinch when your back is turned, their support a performance, their loyalty a lie. They study your progress, not as a friend, but as a rival, keeping score of your steps, waiting for you to stumble, not to lift you up, but to step over you. They want your fruit without your labor, your harvest without your sowing. They are drawn to your success, but resent the work it demands, the pain it requires. They will never celebrate your grind, the unseen hours, the quiet sacrifices. Instead, they offer backhanded compliments, subtle digs that chip away at your confidence. You're lucky to have come so far, they say, or don't forget where you came from. What they mean is, stop moving so fast, I can't keep up. Their words are not love. They are anchors, meant to slow you, to keep you within their reach. You will see their envy in their silence when you share your dreams, feel it in their tension when you receive good news, hear it in the jokes they make about your discipline. They are not here to inspire you. They are here to compete, to erode your confidence with comparisons, to dim your light with doubt. Every step you take forward exposes their choice to stand still, and rather than rise with you, they seek to pull you back to their level, where it is safe, where it is familiar, where there is no pressure to grow. The competitor's shadow is subtle but heavy. To free yourself, you must see them for what they are, not allies, but rivals in disguise. Keep your dreams close, share your plans sparingly, and trust your own light. Their envy cannot dim you unless you let it. Prune their shadow, and let your branches stretch toward the sky. The know-it-all stands in your garden like a barren tree, its branches bare, its roots shallow, yet it speaks as if it holds the secrets of the forest. They are loud with opinions, quick with advice, always ready to tell you how to grow, yet their own soil yields no fruit. They have read the books, heard the stories, memorized the words, but they do not act. Their knowledge is a facade, a mask for their fear of failure, their refusal to plant their own seeds. They love the sound of their own voice, the weight of their warnings. I've seen this before, it won't work. Or, you're doing it wrong. Listen to me. They frame their inaction as wisdom, their stagnation as caution, but what they are really doing is protecting their own fragility. Your effort, your risk, your willingness to fail and rise again threatens them, for it reveals the truth they avoid. That growth requires courage they do not possess. The know-it-all does not drain you with complaints or envy, but with distraction, filling your garden with noise that drowns out your own intuition. They offer advice not to help you grow, but to keep you tethered to their level, to ensure you never surpass their hollow expertise. Their words are a barren wind, scattering your focus, tempting you to trade action for analysis, progress for debate. To thrive, you must silence their noise. Listen to your own roots, trust your own light. The know-it-all's words are empty without deeds to back them. Prune their barren branches, and let your own growth speak louder than their claims. The victim is a clinging vine, wrapping itself around your trunk, drawing strength from your light while offering none in return. They do not grow, they lean, their existence defined by what they lack, what they've lost, what the world has denied them. They are not here to rise with you, but to hold you down, to ensure you share their weight, their wounds, their refusal to heal. They tell stories of injustice, of pain, of reasons why they cannot move forward. The soil is too hard, the sun too harsh, the rain too scarce. They do not fail, they are wronged. They do not falter, they are betrayed. Their victimhood is their identity, a shield against responsibility, a chain they would wrap around you if you let them. They seek your pity, your time, your energy, not to grow but to stay rooted in their suffering. Your light, your progress, your refusal to be defined by pain threatens them. They will guilt you for rising, call you heartless for setting boundaries, accuse you of abandoning them when you choose your own path. But you are not here to carry their vines. Your growth is not a rejection of their pain, but a testament to what is possible when you choose to climb. To free yourself, you must untangle their hold. Offer compassion, but do not let it become a chain. Set boundaries, step into your light, and let them face their own soil. Prune their clinging vines, and let your roots dig deeper. The saboteur is the subtlest of leeches, a shadow offering shade when you need sun, comfort when you need challenge. They do not break you, they bend you, urging you back to a smaller, safer version of yourself. They do not hate your growth, they fear it, For the tree you are becoming casts a shadow on their stillness, a reminder of the risks they will not take. They speak of nostalgia, of simpler times when you were less driven, less focused, less you. Remember how things used to be, they say, their voice warm, their eyes soft. You don't need to work so hard. They offer ease in the midst of your struggle, rest in the heart of your climb, not to help you but to slow you. Their comfort is a seduction, a plea to return to the soil you've outgrown, to trade your fire for their shade. The saboteur does not attack with envy or complaints, but with softness, with memories, with the promise of a life less demanding. They do not want you broken. They want you small, contained, comfortable. And if you are not vigilant, you may find yourself yielding, sleeping longer, skipping steps, justifying ease over effort. Your edge will dull, not because you were defeated, but because you were lulled into surrender. To thrive, you must reject their shade. Embrace the heat of your fire, the challenge of your path. The saboteur's comfort is a trap, a weight that bends your branches. Prune their shadow and let your light burn bright. Your garden is a sacred space, a sanctuary for your dreams, your growth, your light. It is not meant for those who feed on your sunlight, who weigh your branches, who dim your fire. The manipulator, the complainer, the competitor, the know-it-all, the victim, the saboteur, each is a weed, a leech, a shadow seeking to steal what is yours. To thrive, you must prune them, not with cruelty, but with clarity, not with anger, but with resolve. Pruning is not easy. It may ache to let go of those you've known, those you've loved, those you've hoped would grow beside you. But your light is not infinite, your time not endless. Every moment spent on a leech is a moment lost from your own blooming, your own rising, your own becoming. The pain of pruning is temporary. The weight of carrying weeds is eternal. Look at your garden with clear eyes. Who shares your soil, who lifts you toward the sun, who adds to your light. These are your allies, your true companions, the ones who walk with you through storms and droughts, who celebrate your roots as much as your fruit. And who dims your light, who pulls you back, who feeds on your energy without giving in return. These are the leeches, the weights, the shadows you must release. To cleanse your garden is to claim your life. It is to honor the seeds you've planted, the roots you've grown, the fire that burns within. It is to say, this is my path, my light, my growth, and I will guard it fiercely. It is to choose yourself, not out of selfishness, but out of reverence for the dreams entrusted to you, the future only you can build. Step into your sunlight and let your garden thrive. Prune the weeds, release the leeches, and watch your dreams rise like a forest, unbroken, boundless, eternal. Your light is yours to tend, your growth yours to claim. Cleanse your circle relentlessly and let your soul bloom.